Hello, my friends. I have another dedicated candle review to share with you today. We are going to be talking about caramel sundaes, cranberry, and birch. Now, unfortunately, this candle is not currently available. However, I am going to go ahead and record my thoughts about this one just in case it makes a return. I almost said next year, but you know what? That would actually be later on this year. I think Caramel Sundaes said that they plan to start launching their fall candles probably in July. No, June. I think they said their June restock. And I could see this candle, if it does make a comeback, this will probably return probably later on this year, probably second half of this year, anytime after June. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and document my thoughts on this candle because I did feel like I had the foresight to do that last year. And I'm really glad that I did because Caramel Sundaes has actually they in their January restock, there are a couple of fragrances that I reviewed last year after they were no longer available. But now that they're showing back up again, I'm really glad that I recorded my review on that because then I'm able to share that with you guys again. The review is still relevant. So anyways, I hope that all makes sense. If this one does make a comeback, which I feel like a lot of people really enjoyed this fragrance, including me, you guys will have my thoughts on it. So cranberry and birch, this is one of their 2-wick vessels. I believe that there is around 18 ounces of 100% soy wax. If you guys are familiar with Caramel Sundaes, they are a small business based out of Monroe, Georgia that pride themselves on producing non-tox home fragrance, as well as they offer some other products as well. They're going to be launching some new stuff here in 2026 as well. But this candle, at the time that I purchased it, I think was available in a 4-wick as well as this 2-wick format. I decided to just try it out in the 2-wick. This one has fragrance notes of sweet cranberries, birchwood, vanilla, and pine. So I purchased this in the October 2025 restock. And when I got it in, I was like, ooh, yeah, I really, really like this. I've made it no secret. I do think that there are 3 notes that Caramel Sundaes really, really excels at: cranberry, pistachio, and blueberry. They do those notes very, very well. And this is no exception, you guys. This fragrance is it's definitely cranberry. It's that cranberry note that they are known for. It is actually a perfectly balanced cranberry to my nose because it's not too acidic and tart, but it's not overly sweet and artificial either. It's very, very balanced. And then I do also get kind of that like fresh, I almost want to say like fresh bite of like winter air associated with that, which truthfully, you guys, I think that that tends to be a birch note or the pine in here. This fragrance is very, very nice, truthfully, for this time of year. In fact, when I got it in, I think I got it in, what would that be, early November. And I thought, ooh, this is a really nice transitional scent from, at that time, it was fall to holiday. But I also thought, you know, this is going to be a really nice post-holiday fragrance. And I was right. I have really enjoyed burning this candle this week. I've been burning it with the Sniff Winter Wander, which I think I did a review on that one. I probably put that one up yesterday. I'm kind of doing a little bit of batch filming here. But I really like burning it with Winter Wander. Another fragrance that I actually really love burning this with is Kringle Candles Away in a Manger. So if you're thinking of like other fragrances that you have from Caramel Sundaes that might fall into that category, I would say A Christmas Story, which is kind of like a very citrus heavy kind of with tree. That fragrance blends really nicely with this one. Just again, lending that like fruitiness and sweetness that would come with, you know, but still feeling a little bit wintry. Like this is not like summertime fruit or even like springtime fruit. There's still very much a winter vibe to this. But I have really, really been enjoying it. Now I am going to say, let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this. So again, this is one of their 2-wick vessels. These do retail for $31.99. That does include the cost of shipping. So I have had this candle lit now for, how long have I had this lit? Probably going on close to 5 hours, a little bit longer than I probably should. You can see the wicks are performing quite well. Nice, healthy flames there, really deep wax pull going on. I have been burning this candle, I would say in a hurricane, but it's not like a really tight hurricane. I've actually repurposed one of my 150-ounce vessels that I had of Bakery on Main, my first one. I've actually repurposed that as a hurricane in my bedroom. So there's still quite a bit of like it's in a hurricane, but like there's like this much around it, right? Like there's this much airflow going around it. So it's not like a tight hurricane where it would really, really get a deep wax pool. It's a little bit wider like this. But here's the thing, you guys, I'm going to give strength and throw at this point. My average strength and throw on this candle, I'm going to say that this one in the 2-wick is probably around like a 6.5. That's what I'm going to say about it. Now, in the hurricane, I feel like this is bumped up to more of like a 7 for me in this 2-wick format. Again, like I said, I really like burning this in my bedroom to complement the Sniff Winter Wander or Kringle's Away in a Manger, which tend to be a little bit stronger performing fragrances. But I'm not mad at that, you guys. Again, there are places in my household and in my candle stash. I don't need every fragrance to be a 10. Truthfully, I don't want every fragrance to be a 10 because I tend to like to enjoy different fragrances as I move from room to room. I like them to complement each other. I don't want them to clash. I want them to be noticeable and detectable. But again, I don't want my fragrances to be like competing with each other. And again, some fragrances perform better in the open concept areas. Others perform better in my closed concept spaces. And I feel like this fragrance in the 2-wick format performs a little bit better in my closed concept spaces than it does out here in the open concept. But with all of that being said, you guys, this is a fragrance that I would consider repurchasing. Do I love it as much as their cranberry and pistachio or pistachio cranberry? I can never remember which comes first in that one. No, I think that is still my ultimate cranberry fragrance with them. I do also like their what was it, Autumn Jam. That fragrance I really, really love. But this one, I would consider repurchasing it probably once again in this 2-wick format. I would repurchase it because, again, I like it as a complimentary scent. Really, really enjoying it here in, here in the wintertime, here in January. This is just, it's a really, really nice fragrance for this time of year. So it does get 2 thumbs up from me. So again, if you guys are watching this review at another point in the year, know that I am filming this review in January of 2026. But if this candle makes a comeback, in the latter half of this year, it's good to have my thoughts on it. And I would recommend it if it is available in one of the fall or winter 2026 restocks. So let me know in the comment section down below if this is a candle that you currently have in your collection. What do you think of it? Yeah, it's just, I'm really, really enjoying it. I also think that this one would go really nicely with Homeworks' White Birch. If you happen to have that fragrance, I think that this would complement that one really well, or just any kind of like birchwood fragrances, any kind of like pine fragrances. This one's going to be pretty versatile. And like I said, I think that you could burn this one even starting in like October or whatnot if you're overall the apple and pumpkin, or if you're somebody who doesn't like apple and pumpkin fragrances. I think that you would enjoy this. So again, let me know in the comment section if this is one that you purchased back during the October restock. What are you thinking of it? Pull it out this time of year. Maybe if it's in your stash and you kind of forgot that it was there, go ahead and pull it out right now because this would be a good time of year to start burning it. So please hit the thumbs up button if you found this review helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. Caramel Sundays will have their January restock happening on January 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you are signed up for their text alerts so that way you can get that 2-minute early access. You guys, they have got some fantastic fragrances in this lineup. I have been reposting here on my channel, and I will make sure that I do that over the next couple of weeks of some of the fragrances that I do have reviews on. If you have taken a look at the lineup and you've missed some of my community page tabs or whatnot, in fact, earlier this week I did repost my post-burn review of Oat Milk and Pistachio. That fragrance is returning, as is Blueberry Lemon Crumble and Ice Cream Sandwiches. Those are 2 other fragrances that I have already reviewed on my channel, so you can go ahead and check those out if those have kind of piqued your interest. If you are familiar with Kringle Candle, I know last year when they released Ice Cream Sandwiches, there was a lot of inquiry about how did that one compare to Kringle Candle's Ice Cream Sandwiches. Spoiler alert, you guys, they are very, very different fragrances. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and check out my review on that. But I'll make sure I link at the end of this video, you guys, my Caramel Sundays playlist, because that's where you'll find all of my wish list, all of my hauls, all of my post-burn reviews that I've done on the brand, in case they are a brand that has come onto your radar. Maybe you're wanting to give them a try this year. That way you can have some of my thoughts. But I should have, whoa, sorry, I just hit the table there. I should have my December restock haul. I think it should be delivered. It's saying it should be delivered on Friday, but it's already at the UPS warehouse that's like an hour away from me. So I'm filming this on Monday. So I'm hoping that's not accurate. I'm like, why would it take 4 more days to get from an hour away to my house? But who knows? Maybe UPS is backlogged. But I'm hoping to have that haul up for you guys this weekend, and I'm really excited for that. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.